I am just setting up as usual, so bear with me while we do that. And while we let everyone just get joined in. It's a beautiful evening here at in Sheffield. Oh, here we go. Looks like we might be on. Let me turn on the webcam so that you can see my lovely face. Hello everyone. Oh, I just banged my elbow. Banged my funny bone. Yay. So let me just check. Oh, there we go. You can hear me as well. So I have managed to get the webcam set up okay until I accidentally knock it, and then we all start to feel ill again. So hopefully things will go according to plan. I am very warm in here this evening. It's a beautiful day. It's been gorgeous outside. We've just had our dinner out in the garden actually. So I've come straight up from having had dinner, and I've got the studio lights on in here, which is super warm. So yes, so it's I might be getting a little bit hot and flustered. I can see we've got a few people joining us, so I'll give it a few minutes before we really get into what we're going to do today, because I'm going to do something a little bit different tonight, and I haven't really advertised this, which is probably not the best idea, because obviously I know it's a nice evening, so people might be doing things and there might not be as many of you watching. So what I will do is the plans that I've got, I will extend them to maybe till the end of tomorrow, so and see where we get to. But I'll come to that shortly. In the meantime, I guess I will give you all a little bit of an update of where I am health-wise. I am still really struggling with my sciatica, and the last day or so has been pretty brutal. I'm not going to lie. I have really been struggling with it, trying to find somewhere where I can get comfortable. And it not feel sore. I've been busy at work, running around doing different things, and it is just it's taken its toll, I have to say, to the point where this afternoon I have literally just had to take to my bed for a couple of hours because I was really struggling. So, and I thought there's no way I'm going to be able to get through to this evening if I don't have a little bit of time out this afternoon. So I've done that, and I am feeling much better for having done that, but I think the combination of the pain, the heat, and just being conscious of having so many different tasks to do, that it all builds up, doesn't it? So I'm happy that we've got a little bit of crafty time tonight. Do say hello and let me know that you're watching, whether you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube. Actually, I've not got my multi-stream comments on, so if you're watching on Facebook I won't be able to see. There we go. So tonight I am going to do something a little bit different. Hello Emma, how are you? And what I would love for you guys to do is, because I haven't really announced this, is to share this with your friends, with your crafty friends, so that they can take part in it as well. But we're going to do a little bit of an extension of the Hobby Maker show. So, and I thought it would be nice to do this for you guys. Some of you, I know some of you watch Hobby Maker, you maybe buy from Hobby Maker anyway. But I thought it'd be quite a nice idea to do a little bit of an extension of what we do on there, because I have a couple of demos that I prepared for Hobby Maker, but I didn't actually get a chance to do. So I would love to do those for you tonight. But we have some bits of product that we've kept to one side for ourselves, so we don't give everything to Hobby Maker, and we like to keep some of those bits for ourselves, and I wanted to offer them to you because you're watching us live tonight at a special price. So I've not done this before, and this is a little bit of a trial run, which is why I've not gone big bang with it, because if it doesn't work particularly well, we've not really got any processes fully organised for it. So this is a bit of a taster. So you're going to benefit from something a little bit special and a little bit different. But that's why I say, because I've not advertised it, if you could share it with your crafty friends, that would be great, because they might enjoy these offers. They might not have seen us on Hobby Maker. So like I say, I'm going to run through the different offers then that I've got available tonight. And the way that it will work is, because we are going to still do some crafting as we go along, and I'm going to be using the products that we're talking about now. But the way that it will work, different to how you would normally purchase from us, is that I would like you to mention in the comments that you would like to buy the product, you're interested in the product, and there will be some codes for you to pop into your message, and you will get the price that we quote you this evening. But then if you drop me a direct message as well with your address, so that I know where to send your product to and send you your invoice. So the instructions basically are, if you put your name to it, it's yours. We only have small amounts of stock for each of these. So once those names are allocated and we've reached that number, then we will have sold out, and then we will have to move on. And like I said, there's not huge amounts of all of these. We're probably talking maybe 10 of each. So it's small numbers, because like I say, a lot of it we've already sold on TV, so we don't have huge numbers to give away. So if you want it, you're going to have to be quick as well, because the numbers are small. And then you've secured it once you put your name in the comments. Send me your email address and the product code again via direct message. I will then invoice you, and on receipt of payment we'll send you the products out. Standard shipping costs apply, so it's £2.95 for standard shipping. And then if you don't decide, if you change your mind, you decide you don't want to go ahead, you do still have that option. But once I've once the invoice is gone and you've sent the payment, then you know that the product's yours and it's coming to you. So that's the gist of it. We'll talk about it more as we go along. If you have any questions, then just let me know. But the idea is we'd like to do something like this a bit more often. So maybe an extension of the Hobby Maker shows. Maybe mix it up with something different. Maybe some kits we put together, mystery boxes, anything like that we can offer to you at a special price, because you've tuned into the lives, I think would be really interesting. And I will, over the course of time, we will be a little bit slicker at this, and we will have a proper little product guide for you to follow, and so that you know what it is that you're ordering. And if I could be really, really, slick with it, I could send you to a link on the website that would be a secret link that only you guys would know about, so that you could order them at the special price. So let's see. So I'm just checking some of the comments. Annalisa's with us, who says, who doesn't love a special offer, and it's something different. Laura Rumble says, come for the live, stay for the cheeky shopping spree. Exactly. I love that. That's definitely going to be my tagline, Laura. I'm stealing that one. So some of you guys I know may already have a lot of these products. There's only a small selection of them, like I say, and I know you guys are all huge tea timers and probably have a lot of these already. Obviously Emma and Annalisa on the design team, you probably have these already. So but for anybody who who might be interested in these, like I say, if you like and share the live with them, I will keep this open, like I say, until Friday, so that when you're watching the replay, you can still take part in those offers, and then I will update it to say it's over when it's gone. And obviously when we sell out, it's gone. So I will flip to the overhead now, because it looks like we've got a fair few people with us now, and you understand the concept. So we'll see how we get on, and see what you guys think. And if you like this this type of live, this option to be able to buy a few sneaky offers while you're here as well, then we can do this more often. We won't do it every week, but maybe once a month we can do something a little bit special, something a little bit different. I'm also thinking that we might do something similar to this when we do the new release, which is coming at the end of this month. So look out for more news about that. That's another big announcement. That when we come to do that at the end of the month, I would like to do a pre-release show that's exclusive to Tea Timers for you guys that are watching and subscribe to our newsletter, that you can come and join the live. We will do it as a show, you know, as a little bit like when we do the TV shows, to say these are the offers that we've got, these are the exclusive offers that we've got for anybody buying before the official launch, which will be the following morning. So you will get a special deal if you order it during that show. So again, I think that would be awesome. Shani says, can we send a direct message on YouTube? Do you know what? I don't know if you can. I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can do a direct message. If not, you can email me at, and I'll write it on here, admin@timeforteadesigns.co.uk. So I've written that down on this bit of paper, and I'll make sure that they're visible on screen when we go to the overhead. So yes, I've never actually checked to see if you can do a direct message on YouTube. That might work better for you, the guys that are on Facebook. So again, like I say, we've not tried this before, so there will be some quirks to it. So you can either direct message us through the Time for Tea Designs Facebook page, or you can do it, you can send me an email at admin@timeforteadesigns.co.uk, and I'll be able to pick that up from there. But also make sure that you comment to say which of the products it is that you're looking for. Right, shall we go to the overhead and see what we're doing? Thank you for asking the questions there, Shani, because I'm sure everybody else is asking the same. Okay, so I've got a few bits in front of me here. The lighting doesn't appear to be very good in here today, does it? Let me see if the office light makes any. That made absolutely zero difference, I don't think. But because we've got a lot of natural sunlight coming in from one side, and I've got the overhead lights. It's a bit of a bad lighting situation, but hopefully you can see everything. So these are the products that we've got on offer tonight. So we've got our enamel dots. So this is, I guess this is the first one, and I'll talk through all of them, but then I think we'll tackle them one at a time, so that you know what's coming, but you also know you've got time to select what you want piece by piece, if that makes sense. So and if you order more than one item as we go through, I will bundle them together, so you only have to pay one shipping, so don't worry about that as well. So the first thing is our enamel dots. So you've got the summer, the sweet summer and the summer haze. Now when we took these on Hobby Maker, they are normally $4.95 per pack, and we did them at £2.50 each. So I'm going to do exactly the same tonight. Do these at £2.50 each. So if you buy the two, then it's £5. And we've got, you can see here, this is my really very basic product code situation on a piece of paper. So the code that you will need for this is EDSS01, and the price is £5. We have a few more of these than we do the other products, so there are 20 of these available. If you would like these, then just pop in the comments that you would like EDSS01, and then drop me a message with your address. If you're already a Time for Tea customer, then I just need to know your email address, because I can find your details through the website. But if you've never bought from Time for Tea before, then it's great if I could have your address. So so yeah, EDSS01, and you'll get both of those for for the price of one, really. So you're getting buy one get one free, really, aren't you, with those? So that's the enamel dots. If you'd like to pop your names down for those, then great. We're also going to be doing a bundle on the Happy Hump Day stamp and coordinating die set. So this is my version of it. I've already taken the dies out and popped them on a magnetic sheet, but obviously you will get yours separately. So you will get the coordinating dies and you get the Happy Hump Day stamp set as well. Now we did do that on a special offer as well, and I have got it in front of me here, so we might as well do that at the same time so that you can see that. So the code for this is HHD01, and we're offering you the set there at £18. So that is a huge discount from what it should be normally. It should be £27.90, so that's £10 off pretty much of the usual price if you were to buy them both. And when you buy them both, you do get a discount anyway, so you're getting a discount off the discounted price, and a big discount at that. So if you've not already got your Happy Hump Day stamp and die set and it's something that you've had your eye on, this is a really good time to buy, because you're going to get it at this really great price. So like I say, if you have already got those, which I know a lot of you guys will do share this with your crafty friends. So the other item that we've got is the beach scene builder. So I'm going to show you this in a second, because I absolutely love this particular set. We only have 10 of the Happy Hump Days, so we don't have many of those, and we don't have many of these either. We only have 6 of these. So in fact, I'm going to write on there a reminder for myself how many we've got, because once they're gone, they are gone. So yeah, we don't have many of these, and they are an awesome versatile set, because you've got the clouds, you've got all the waves, you've got the landscape, and then you've got the actual little island and the palm tree, which is so cute. The price for that one, again, they should be, I think they're $6.95 on the website. Laura Ann is asking for HD01. That's come up twice, but I'm presuming you only want one, Laura. Yes, so please do just pop me a message. I think we have got your details anyway, but just to make sure, so I can keep track of everything. But thank you. So we've got BSB01, so that's the beach scene builder. My codes are very simple, as you can see. I'll leave that one up there as well so you can see. £4.50 for that. So you're getting, again, another big discount off the stencil as well. So again, a really great one to have in your stash, because you'll be able to use it not just for creating your beach scenes, but all of your scenes that require clouds. If you've got a cloud stencil in your stash, then you're sorted for so many different scenes. So that's what we've got so far. I'm going to try and keep these in view on one side for the moment, just so that you can see them. And we've only got 9 of those Happy Hump Days available. So if you want those, do grab them. And then, like I say, I'm going to just try and, hopefully that's all still in view if I move it to one side a little bit. Eventually, I'm going to have a super slick, like, little graphic that'll show the code so that you guys know what you're doing. But this is my my homemade version. And it still works, doesn't it? So you'll have to excuse me. So I'm just going to move my craft mat up a little bit, so that I've got a bit more surface to work on and you can still see what you're doing. And the email address is on there, admin@timefortiadesigns.uk, if you're not able to send me a message in another way. Okay, so let's do some crafting now, shall we? Because I'm already starting to feel the pain in my bum cheek. So we will crack on. And I'm sweating, it's very, very warm. So this was one of the, let's start with this one actually, because this one's cute. So these well, these were samples that I prepared while I was waiting to go on air, actually, just so that I could show what each of the stencils did. And this is a really awesome little scene that I've created here. This is using the stencil that we've got on offer today, and you can see that I've used these different edges with the different sizes of go on, the different waves. I can't speak. I've also used the it's not on the back of here, it's the making wave stencil as well to create some of these, but then I've also created my sand bank at the bottom there as well. So that makes for a really lovely background, and I actually didn't use this in the end. This was an A2 card base that I've then cut an oval aperture, and you can use that to frame your scene, and I just think that that looks really pretty with this in the background. It also looks really pretty with our beach scene in the background. So this is another sample that I made just to have a little play with it and show what you can do. We've got the sea at the bottom, we've got the palm tree in the background. This was one that I demonstrated live on air, as you can see. So I'm just going to pop that over the top, and you see how pretty that looks. It's so gorgeous, isn't it? And you actually don't necessarily need anything much more in there other than what we've got. But when you add in maybe a little character of the little camel. I can't speak this evening, I'm that warm. You add in your little camel on the front there, and you've just got a really adorable card, haven't you? And a little sentiment, and you're good to go. So, so yeah, I love that. So, so this is one that I think we'll put together, because this one's going to be a really easy one, a nice one to put together. And like I say, it shows off this gorgeous stencil. I have got a little bit, I've done a smudge of green there that must have been on my hand or my fingers, but because we're going to put this aperture over the top, we're not even going to see that, so that's going to work pretty cool. So so that's cool. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and finish off the little bit of sky that we've got here, and then this bit at the bottom as well. So one of the things that I've done in the past for this is I've drawn around this template here so that I can mask off, oh, it's the wrong way around, so that I can mask off this background, so that I can then do a little bit of ink blending around it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I've got a little bit of scrap paper here that we can use. And all I do for this is you can either ink blend it if you wanted to, or you just draw around it. So I'm just going to use a pencil. I'm just going to draw around it. If you, and I'm going to draw around this bit as well, because I'm going to cut that out as well, so that we can mask that. Now, if you've got some of that self-adhesive masking paper, that is ideal for this, because it will obviously it will adhere to your paper and not leave a sticky residue. Or if you've got some kind of pixie spray or of that removable sticky spray, I think it's Crafter's Companion do one. You could use that as well. So I'm just going to cut out these bits. So I'm not going to do that because I'm just going to do it super quick, and I might even use a little bit of masking tape that I move around just to just while I blend around it. But if I was taking a bit more time, I probably would use a bit of the stick and stay, or stick and spray or something. So, but these are really simple to cut out as well if you're wanting to do the masking of it. You could, like I say, cut it out using some of that self-adhesive repositionable stuff. So that one will go over there, and that one will go over there. That one's a little bit smaller because we've obviously drawn inside the lines, so it might be worth just remembering that when you're cutting it out yourself to make it a little bit bigger. Stick and Spray from Crafter's Companion, Laura, thank you very much. I thought it was called something like that, but I couldn't quite recall. So if we pop those on there like so, I'm aware that that's a little bit small, so we'll just be a little bit careful. But what I can do is use a little bit of my washi tape also to mask a little bit as well. So pop that on there. That'll hold that in place. Pop that on there. Oops. I've done that very flat. That's better. That's better. And that should hold that in place for the moment. Pop a little bit more down there just to, while we do these clouds. And if I just pop this over there, again, it doesn't have to be 100% exact. There we go. Oh, I don't know if you can hear a little baby crying outside, poor little thing. Right, so we've masked off the area, so now we can do a little bit more stenciling. So this is my beach scene builder, and you can see we've already done some clouds there. So I'm going to add some more here, and I will have used Salty Ocean. Where's it gone? Because I liked the bold blue in the background. So let's do a little bit more of that, shall we? So we'll just build this colour up. I know I've got my leaves there, but I'm not worried about going over those a little bit. The main bit was the tree. And then we can come down here. I'm just going to flip that over, move this to one side, and then just add a bit more of the clouds going right down to the bottom. And then we can also add a little bit of blue just in these corners. And we know that that has now been nicely masked off. We're not going to see the top of that because that's going to be covered up anyway. So we'll pop that back in there. And then I can remove the bit of washi that's at the bottom here. And we can move that just up there for now, because we're going to do a little bit of the sea. So some fluff there. So for the sea, I think I'm going to use a different shade of blue, and I'm actually going to try using the Mermaid Lagoon because I've not used that for a while. And I'm going to use these. Shall I use the larger waves or the smaller waves? I might go with the smaller waves. Why have I got a bit of fluff stuck to my washi tape? So I'm going to use, I might use my smaller brush for this. And I'm going to start with this top set of waves. And add that colour. And it's just a subtle difference to the blue that we used before. But I'm just going to bring that up to meet the edge of our island. I'm going to move it along a little bit so that we've got a staggered effect. I'm not using quite as much ink. And then we'll move it again a little bit more. And add another set of waves. And then the final bit is just to add a little bit of colour right to the bottom. And this is just to show you how that stencil works. I love those little waves. I'm going to actually, because we've got, you can see a little bit more C here. See a little bit more C? I am going to go a little bit higher up with those waves. Yeah, that looks cute. And then we'll do a little bit more just in this corner. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Oh, I love that. So this is, we're going to cover a lot of this up, but I just wanted to show you how this stencil works and what a treat it is, because it is absolutely gorgeous. Being able to do all of these different effects with just the one stencil. I've not shown you how we've built the tree, the palm tree, but it is very simple. You can have it facing either way as well, so it can go this way or that way. And you just do your stencil, the brown of the tree trunk, and then obviously add your palm leaves, whichever direction you want them. So really, really simple to do that one. So, and obviously the little island as well. So I'm going to clean off my stencil here. So that stencil then, like I mentioned, is on offer. It's the reference BSB01. It's £4.50 if you add the code into the comments today. We do only have 6 of those left. So if you've not got that one and you like this effect, then please do just pop it in the comments. Let's reveal the whole scene. Look how gorgeous that is. That's so, so cute. And this funky little masking situation, I'm going to keep that. I'm going to pop it into my storage. So this is one of our clear plastic storage pockets, the A5 size. And these are perfect for storing your stencils. And I can also store my little mask in there as well, so that I can use that again at a later date, which is very handy. So that's my scene built. So I need a card base now, don't I? And I need to figure out what size card base. I think that's an A2 size that I've used. So I need an A2 card. Let's have a look. So I'm probably going to have to trim this down. Yeah, I mean, you know, we've not seen any of that lovely water there, which is a shame. But I do want to use this. So, but I wanted to show you how that effect was achieved. So it's not been totally wasted. So let me find a card base here. What have we got here? Have I got one in here? I mean, that's the start of a lovely scene just there, isn't it? I start so many things when I go on TV and we never get a chance to finish all of them. Right. What have I got in here? I think I might be running short on A2 size card bases. Oh no, here we go. Here's one. Are you boiling yet, Maisie? Sorry, I've shut you out, haven't I? There you go. The cats are melting, bless them. So I'll tell you a little story as well about cats. So I know many of you know that we're huge cat lovers here at Time for Tea, and so my mum and dad. So there we go. That fits that beautifully. So I just need to trim this down to the size that I want. So let's figure out where I want it. I think I do want a little bit more of the tree and the sky showing, so I'm going to pop that there, and then I'm going to draw a line where I want to make my cut, and I'll grab my trimmer and we'll trim that. So yes, my mum and dad are also huge cat lovers, and they've got a gorgeous gorgeous ginger fluffy cat called Alfie. He's an absolute darling. He is like the light of my mum and dad's lives. They absolutely dote on him and love him to pieces. And he does go outside. He's got a cat flap and he likes to go adventuring. And my dad also takes him for a walk every day. So they go for a little walk up the street together, have a little walk round. I think they sometimes also walk around. There's like a little park area near them that they walk around as well, which is absolutely adorable. So they do that every day. And they would my dad took him out for a walk, and they'd only got to the top of their road, and somebody was having some work done, I think, and they brought a dog with them that wasn't familiar with the area, and Alfie wasn't familiar with, and he shot out of the garden, went for Alfie, scared the living daylights out of him, bless him, and he ran off over a fence and disappeared. And he was gone for 2 days, which is not usual for Alfie, and my mum and dad, of course, were in absolute bits of just worrying, frantic, searching the neighbourhood. They'd put notes everywhere. They'd been on social media, asking for sightings. They went all over the area, all over Nettleham, trying to find him, and there was no sign of him still. And they were really starting to panic. Anyway, they went to look back at the original spot that they'd been searching for him, which was over this fence into another street, and they went back there yesterday as a kind of one last attempt to see if they could find him. And they were walking up the street chatting together, and lo and behold, they turned round and he's just sat at the end of somebody's driveway, perfectly fine, just sat there. So you can imagine the relief, though, bless them, because they were absolutely frantic, and I was so pleased that they were able to find him, because goodness only knows what they would have done if they hadn't. I know that they were super panicking. So that was a relief. That was a huge relief. So that's a bit of excitement in Nettleham, and he's ever since he's just been sat on in his bed, not wanting to go anywhere, bless him. So no adventuring for Alfie for a little while. So we've got our background sorted, and I'm going to use this little chap here because he's got a bit of pink on him that goes. Oh, we've also got this chap with the blue. I'm not sure. I think maybe the pink. I quite like the little pink, with his tongue sticking out. And then the sentiment, I think I might go with Happy Hump Day. So we were on, obviously we were on TV on, were we on Saturday or Sunday? Sunday we were on. And we were on with Dave Bradford, who's absolutely lovely. Really like Dave, he's a lovely guy. But he said he'd never heard of Hump Day. And I just think, well, where have you been? Surely everybody's heard of Hump Day. Or is it, is it really that unusual? Because I feel like that's just part of life now, that phrase. And it's not that unusual. But yeah, he hadn't heard of it at all until we came on with the stamps. So the stamps are the Happy Hump Day. They are on offer already. So Laura Ann's already grabbed hers. So the code is HHD01, £18 for the stamps and coordinating dies, which is £10 off the usual price of buying both of them together, which is amazing. So if you've not already got the Hump Day set, grab yours. We only have 10 of them available. So if you know of anyone who might be looking for a bit of a bargain this evening, get them contacted, let them know that we are offering such a great price. Let me pop that back in there. And then I need my sentiment, don't I? So I need a little bit of cardstock. Have we got a little spare piece of card anywhere? Let's have a look. We must have. We've got cardstock galore in this house. And when you just want a tiny little piece, actually, that's perfect. I've got this long offcut here, but this will be perfect for doing my sentiment. Annalise says they go for a walk. They do. Well, I think he'd obviously been hiding somewhere because he'd scared himself because of this dog, and was probably too scared to come out. So yeah, and then as you know, time's gone on, he's obviously heard my mum and dad's voice, recognised it, and thought, oh, it's probably safe to come out now. And then he's come out of his little hidey place. He might have been distracted by, you know, some creature or other, because he is a bit of a hunter. I think he's not actually a hunter. He likes to watch. He doesn't like to actually hunt. I think that's the thing. He doesn't actually do any hunting as such. He just likes to sit and watch, which is cute. So yeah, I think he's a bit old for actual hunting these days. More of an observer, an enthusiastic observer. Right, so pop that back in there, and then I need the sentiment die for this. So happy hump day, I think that would be that one there. And you know, the sentiment dies are fairly easy to recognise. Actually, you can usually tell by the length of them which sentiment that they match up with, and then it might just be that you need to just flip it up, you know, the other way round, to have it the right, you know, the right way. And you can tell by I guess the way that the letters, the beginning of the word and the last letter in the word, what shape it is. And that will normally help you identify which is the right die to fit that shape. So it's pretty easy to do once you've got your got the hang of it. Oh no, that slipped. Did a poor job there. Look how that slipped. Ah, right. It's okay. It's only a bit of cardstock. We'll do that again. How many times has that happened? Thought I'd got it all nicely set up, and we didn't. So let's try that again. I do annoy myself when I do that. Do you guys get the same frustration? Like, oh, it was so simple, and then you put it through the die cutting machine and you ruin it. Bit of cardstock and it's easy rectified. So where are we? Die should be that way around, I believe. Yep. So because you can see like where the curve of the Y goes, where the little bumps in the middle are. See, that feels like that's the wrong way around now, so I'm going to turn that round the other way. And now you can see where the curve of the D is. That works. So yeah, so it's just a bit of finagling it around and get it in the right place, but try not to knock it so that it moves in the machine. I feel like it's still not quite in the right place there, so I might put an extra little bit of tape on to keep it there. Sometimes the smallest of dies are the most tricksy. So Claire's here. Hello, I'm late. Even though for some reason Facebook is duplicating everybody's comments, which is very strange. So hello to you, Claire. Claire, we're doing something a little bit different tonight. We're trying something a little bit new. If you know anybody who might be interested in some offers, I know that you and Jess have probably got pretty much everything that Time for Tea does. So this might not be of any use to you, but we are doing a little bit of a special show today where we're mirroring some of the prices that were on Hobby Maker this weekend with some of the bits that we held back for ourselves and offering them to you guys at those same prices. So the products that we've got on offer, you'll see the codes on the side of the screen here. And all you need to do is pop the code that you're interested in the comments, like Laura Ann's done. Pop the code in there, drop us a direct message to tell us your address if we don't already have it, which if you've already bought from us before, then we just need your email address. And we will send you an invoice, and then we will send you your product out at the special offer price. So this will not be available on the website. This is only available to people who are watching us today and the replay until tomorrow, or until things sell out. So the amount at the side there is how many of the product that we've got. So we don't have a lot of numbers for each of these. The HHD01 is the Happy Hump Day stamp and coordinating die set. And that is, for both of those, that's £10 off the normal price. We've also got our enamel dots here. Where are they? I've popped them to one side. So we've got the two sets of enamel dots, the Summer Haze and the Sweet Summer. So in here you've got 60 in each, 60 enamel dots, 3 different sizes in 5 different colours in each pack, and they are £5 for the both. So the code for that is EDSS01. And then the final product that we've got is the Beach Scene Builder, which has created this scene here. And the code for that is BSB01, and that's just £4.50. So the usual price is £6.50, I believe. So £2 off the usual price. If you can't direct message me, then you can always email me at admin@timeforteadesigns.co.uk. So that's the update, Claire. If you've missed it, and for anybody else who's just joined, that's what we're doing today. We're doing something a little bit different. I thought I never really get to fully finish what I'm doing on air when we go on TV, and I thought it'd just be really nice for the people who watch us regularly on Facebook and on YouTube to do something that's just for you guys. So that's why we're doing this today. It's just something different, and if you guys like it, we might do similar things for different offers. We might put some mystery bags together, some kits together, and we're definitely gonna do something like it for the new release. So look out for more information on that. So I'm just going to use some of this foam tape here, and I am still working on getting some of this back, being a little bit behind with that as a chore to do, so I definitely need to get on board with our manufacturer for that. Let's just pop that in there. Pop a bit of this tape on here, because this is just going to give it that little bit of lift that we want. And so how is everybody anyway? What are we all doing? Claire, are you and Jess crafting? Is anybody else crafting along? Anybody else melting like me in the heat? And I'm not going to complain about it, because I have been so wanting some sunshine. It's been so miserable out and about, hasn't it, over the recent weeks here in the UK. The weather has been so grey that it's just nice to have some sunshine for once. So let's pop all of these into here. All of these bits off here, sorry. And then, doesn't really matter which way. I feel like I want it that way up. I don't know why that made a difference. And then I'm going to line this up over the top. So we've got that lovely aperture, and it's such a lovely bright scene. Sorry, my head popped into view. Laura Ann says that she's been shopping today for school shoes. As you're back at school next week already. Back at school, that seems far too soon. And Claire says, dare I say, prepping Christmas cards. Wow. Christmas cards. That is the Christmas word. I just don't know if I'm ready for that just yet. I've not done any Christmas prep yet. And our next release is not Christmas related, but I am thinking about the next designs that we do. Will probably have some sort of a seasonal theme, because we are ridiculously getting into autumn before we've even had any summer. I think August always catches up with me as just how can it be nearly autumn already, and us thinking about autumn already. So let's add our little hump day guy sentiment onto here. Pop that. In fact, you see what I've done there? I've made that a little bit too long because it's overlapping the that aperture. So I want it to sit flat on there, but then be raised. So I'm going to cut a little bit more of this off. These scissors actually are very good. They clean up really well, so that you're not going to get too much stickiness. Obviously, if you've taken the backing off, you are going to get some stickiness, but they clean up really well. So happy hump day goes on there. Perfecto. Now I've got bits of tape stuck to my fingers, stuck to my, yeah, you see that's cleaned up and there's no sticky residue on my scissors, so I do love that about those. So that's that as it is, but then I'm going to add some sticky dots, some of our enamel dots. So I've got some of our summer ones. These are the sweet summer ones here that are already opened. So the sweet summer enamel dots, two of them, the sweet summer and the summer haze, which I keep putting down. These guys, so these are the sets as they should be complete. They are EDSS01 and they're £5 for both. They should be £4.95 just for one, so you're getting buy one get one free with those, so do have a look out for those. And I think I'm going to go with some blue dots onto here. So let's go with one, and I've got just a couple left on this sheet, so I thought I might as well use those ones up. And then let's go with, I'm always worried about putting them by a critter's bum, because it might look like they've had a blue poo. So I might not just do that. Do you know what I mean though? I don't want it to look like that. So I'm going to go with this arrangement. I think this is going to look quite cute. Where should we pop it, up or down? I think I'm going to go with there. And what I'm trying to do is bring you down through the story. So starting up here, coming down here, we've then got our camel here, which is the main part of the story, and then bringing you back into this opposite corner for the sentiment. So we're kind of, your eyes working its way around, and that's a little bit of how I try and use my enamel dots to take you through the flow of the card. So that's just a little bit of an idea of how you might be able to place them. And I use odd numbers, either in 2 bunches of 3 or here we've got a 5. So so yeah, so that's typically how I use mine. But it's not an exact science. It's not meant to be. It's just meant to be a little bit of fun, which is what I like. Now, what you can also do here, which it might be quite a fun thing to do, is for the background, for the stenciled palm tree. I think it's sometimes nice just to add a little bit of white jelly roll pen, like we have done for the camel, and it just brings all of that together, and it looks like it's meant to be. It looks like they're all being drawn in the and coloured in the same way. So Lauren says you finished earlier. Claire says, having work done on the house after a water leak, so the craft room is the best place to be. Well, that makes a great excuse to be in the craft room, doesn't it? I think. I love that. So that's card number 1. Card number 2 is pretty much completed, but like I said, I didn't get a chance to do it on air, and I really liked it, so I wanted to share it with you. And then we will probably call it a day, because, like I say, I am still struggling with my back pain, and I don't want to be sat down too long, because it's a bit awkward when I then get back up again. It takes me a while to get over that. So let's have a look at card number 2. So card number 2, like I said, I'd already prepared quite a lot of this, because I always know that my third card, whatever it is that I end up doing, is going to have to be pretty swift. So I've already got all of the bits here, look. So first thing to remember is we had on the show, we had the square label dies. So I've got a few of these cut out in one of those shapes, and one of the things that I was going to show on air was how you make these into your own card base. I think you guys are pretty au fait with that, and I'll just briefly explain what I did. I made a score line along one of the tops of these little scalloped edges, or curved edges. Now, this is why this particular die shape is so good for making card blanks, because it's got such an obvious place for you to put your score line. So if you score along one of these, fold that back, add your adhesive to it, stick that to a piece that isn't scored, so you've got one nice flat flush shape along the front, and then you've got your scored piece along the back. That creates your little hinge so that it stands up independently. Super simple to do. I'm sure you guys have all done that many a time. I then cut out a smaller piece, because those dies are nesting dies. You could do this with circular, you could do this with square dies, you could do this with any shape you wanted, but I used the label dies because we had those on the show. And then I also cut out a piece the same size in pink cardstock, and then I cut out a circle off center, so it's created like almost like a crescent moon sort of shape that will hang off the edge of our design. Now, that's how I put those bits together. I did do some stencil work in the background on this bottom piece, and some stenciling over this pink piece as well, and I will show you how that came to be. So when that, oh, it's all stuck to a bit of paper there. So this is the background here. Stenciled some of the clouds that we showed you before, that we showed in the previous demo, and the sand in the background as well. So a little bit like this landscape here. We've got the sandy background, and then we've created some sky on that bottom layer. I've then stamped and die cut my pyramids from the Happy Hump Day stamp and die set, and one of those little cacti have gone in the bottom there as well. So that's backgrounds come together really easy. I've then layered over the top that piece of pink cardstock, and I've used the Diamond Burst stencil to go over that in white. So that's made a really pretty and subtle pattern over the top of that pink. just brought the pink back down a little bit. And I've also added a little bit of gold around the edges because I thought with it being quite, I suppose, an exotic location where you would be finding the camels, something that's a bit more sunshiny and those bright, I want to say Moroccan feeling, although I don't think camels are from Morocco. I don't know. But it's that kind of pattern, isn't it? And that feel that I think goes really well with this style of stamp. So, as we mentioned before, the Seam Builder die is BSB01. That's £4.50. Then your Happy Hump Day is HHD01, and that's £18 for your stamps and dies together. So, just a quick reminder on those. So, popping these together then is super easy. And like I said, this then is going to be such a quick little demo because I had prepared so much of it in advance, knowing that the last demo of the show always is super quick. So once you've got this little panel created, this focal panel created, it's really easy then. All you need to do is add a bit of glue to the back of it. So I'll add a bit of glue on the back of here. Make sure that I'm doing it the right way around and that my card will open, and then we'll just place that in the middle. You can add more layers over it if you wanted to. I like quite a nice white border around the outside, so that's really cool. And then, of course, we've got our little camel. So this camel again, already stamped and die cut, ready, so that we've got everything prepared for the show. And I've added a little hat, a little party hat, and done it in colours that match the rest of the card. And I'm just going to stick him in the foreground just there. And then the Happy Hump Day sentiment, again, I've gone with the Happy Hump Day because I think it's so cool. I'm going to add that across the top there, and I think I'm just going to use a bit of glue because the majority of that is going to be sat on the raised portion of our focal panel. So we'll just add that on there. And that can just go over the top. And then I think I am going to add some enamel dots to this because I think that it always does just add a little bit something extra. And I don't know whether to go with white or the yellow. I think the white will be nice actually, and white is such a great one to have in your stash, really, because you're going to use it for so many different things, different seasons, and it does just go with everything, doesn't it? So let's have a look inside this one. We've got a medium-sized one there. Everything is sticking to my fingers. Pop that one there. So we've got 3 there. I think I might leave it at those 3 for now. I might have gone to 5, but I don't want to open a new set just yet because I'm funny like that. So I think I'll leave it at 3. So the enamel dots, you're going to use them so many times. You really are, because they're, like I say, we've tried to cover all of the seasons. So these will cover all of the summer season, as will the white and the blue, but the white and the blue can also be quite Christmassy and wintry. And then in this set, again, these are kind of a late summer look. Black will work all year round on everything. And then you've got the colours here of the purple and the orange, which could be very Halloween. So these 2 sets, you've got pretty much every season covered. Although they're called summer, they are for all seasons. So that code is the EDSS01 and £5 for 2 sets. So I know I'm keeping repeating myself, but because people join at different times and you might not remember what each of those codes relates to, I just wanted to make sure that you knew. And like I say, when we've practiced this a few more times, this is our trial run at doing this. And it's actually, you know, it depends how complicated it gets, how many orders we get, how difficult it is to keep up. But I think, as you know, if we can get things right, this might actually be a fun way for you to get a bit of a bargain and interact with us at the same time. So I've enjoyed, you know, talking you through the different products and, you know, and hopefully giving you a little bit of a bargain along the way. And because we've not advertised it, there was no expectation really that anybody would be in a shopping mood tonight. But at least we've given it a little bit of a trial, and we've seen that it can work. So thank you for helping me with the process and helping me test it out. So happy hump day. That's the one that I didn't get to do on air, which I'm so glad that I finally got to do, because I can't tell you how frustrating it is sometimes that I'm ready to do it. I've got it all prepped, and I've got a card that I really love, and then I just don't get to finish it. So I'm really glad that I've got to finish it with you tonight. Annalisa says, so pretty, love the design of this card. It's just a little bit different, isn't it? Because you've got the squares, and you've got the circle aperture. So it's just something a little bit different, which you know, I like to be able to do. And we've actually got two different shapes of aperture here on two different styles of cards. So and we've used a good combination of our products there. So I will do my best to get some photos of these done and get these uploaded for you so that you've got them as a bit of inspiration. Obviously, you can watch this video back at your leisure and watch what I've done. If you have any questions about what I've done, what products I've used, just pop them in the comments or drop me a message. I'll be happy to answer them. You know, it's lovely to hear from you guys and know that you're enjoying what we're doing. So if you've got any feedback on anything that we do, then please do let us know. So the offers will stay available until tomorrow. I will double check all of the comments over the course of the next 24 hours. I will close it off at some point tomorrow evening, or if anything sells out, obviously it will close off at that point too. And then I will be in touch with you all with your invoices and so on, and we'll get you your bargains out to you. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm going to go and have a nice cool shower because I am so warm, and I'm also going to have a little bit of a stretch because I'm feeling a little bit sore now. So I think it's time to call it a night, and I will see you all again next week for another Crafty Live. It will be a normal Crafty Live next week. Not sure what we're going to be doing yet, but we will come up with something, and I will give you a few more details about the upcoming new release as well. So I hope to see you then. Have a fabulous weekend, guys, and I'll see you all again really soon. Bye.